Stop waiting to feel motivated. Seriously, stop. Because if your progress depends on how you feel, you're already losing. There are people out there right now, tired, stressed, overwhelmed, and they're still showing up. Not because they feel good, but because they decided their emotions don't get a vote anymore. That's the difference. If you've been stuck in cycles, starting strong, falling off, starting again, this is the shift that changes everything. What if I told you the reason you keep falling off track has nothing to do with your goals and everything to do with your discipline? Not your motivation, not your mood, not how inspired you feel today. Because here's the truth most people don't want to hear. If you only practice positivity when you feel like it, you'll never keep it. Period. We've been sold this idea that mindset is supposed to feel good all the time. That if you're doing it right, it should come naturally. But that's not how it works. Positivity isn't a mood. It's not something that shows up when life is easy. It's a discipline. Let's be real. Anyone can stay positive when things are going their way. When the money's flowing. When the relationships are solid. When life feels light. That's easy. But what about when you're tired? When things don't go your way? When your mind starts feeding you doubt, negativity, worst-case scenarios? That's where most people break. Not because they're weak, but because they've never trained themselves to choose differently. Here's the shift. Consistency is choosing the better thought when it's inconvenient. Not when it's easy. Not when it feels good. When it's hard. It's catching yourself mid-spiral and saying, nope, not today. It's showing up for your habits when every part of you wants to quit. It's getting up early, even when your bed is winning the argument. It's controlling your reactions when your emotions are loud. Because emotions, they're unpredictable. They change by the hour. They depend on sleep, stress, people, circumstances. If you build your life on emotion, your consistency will always collapse. But discipline doesn't care how you feel. Discipline says, I'm doing this anyway. And when it comes to positivity, this is where people get it twisted. They think being positive means always being happy. No, being positive means choosing a better direction for your mind. Even when negativity feels easier. Even when complaining would feel justified. Even when giving up would feel comfortable. This isn't about perfection. You're going to have bad days. You're going to slip. You're going to think negative thoughts. That's not failure. The failure is staying there. This is about reps. Just like going to the gym. You don't get stronger from one workout. You get stronger from showing up over and over again. Even when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it. And here's the part most people never realize. At first, it does feel forced. Choosing the better thought feels unnatural. Holding yourself accountable feels uncomfortable. But if you keep going, if you stay consistent, something shifts. What used to feel like effort starts to feel like you. You don't have to fight your thoughts as much. You don't have to force the habits. Because you've trained your mind. That's the goal. Not temporary motivation. Not a good week. A new standard. A version of you that doesn't rely on emotion to show up. A version of you that chooses growth, clarity, and positivity. No matter what. Because eventually, positivity isn't just something you practice. It's something you become. If this hit you, don't just watch it. Act on it. Hit that like button so more people can see this message. Subscribe to the channel if you're serious about leveling up your mindset. And share this with someone who needs to hear it today. We drop new videos every single day. No fluff, no excuses. just real talk to help you stay focused, disciplined, and positive. So if you're ready to become the person who shows up no matter what, stick with us, have a great day, and stay positive.